Hey everybody, back with this week's episode of Horse Talk Live. All right, we're going to give everybody a couple moments to hop on here. This episode, we are going to be talking about how to get a horse broke. How to get a broke horse. How can you go about it to get a horse that's going to take care of you? We'll give everybody a few minutes to hop on here. Ooh, it's been a scorcher. You guys are out there in this heat. Make sure to be careful, hydrate, work your horses early in the morning, late at night. What's going on, Mr. Derek? So I just got off of a big Mustang from the Devil's Garden, looking good. Big congratulations from all of us here at Gascon Horsemanship to Mr. Robert, the latest graduate of the Gascon Horsemanship Academy. He just graduated from our Wrangler course, our 8-week course, and he did so darn good and turned so many heads that he got a scholarship to go to the 6-month trainer's course. So very excited to have him back. He had an amazing time here and got so much better with his horsemanship and his confidence over the course of those 8 weeks. Can't wait to see what the future has in store for him over the next 6 months. Well, we're going to get right into it. So everybody wants that horse that you can just enjoy. So many of the people that I work with, they want a horse that they can just go play. Pay and play, basically. And there's 3 ways that you can have the horse. Either you can buy the horse already dead broke, get the horse of your dreams, buy it from the beginning. When it comes to that, it's good to have a program in place. So whenever you hear us talking, and we're talking on Horse Talk Lives, and we're talking at these clinics, and we're constantly talking about preschool and kindergarten and first grade and going through the Respect series, it's really good to have some kind of series in place so that you don't go to where the horse is from and it's just comfortable with the same saddle, the same trainer, the same arena. If you have an idea of how to work with the horse, you could say, okay, can I borrow the horse for 5 minutes? You could take it with your halter and set it off a little bit, spook it, poke it, pull it, prod it, move it around, make it a little uncomfortable, and see who that horse really is. And of course, if you're going to buy a horse, the folks want that payday, so they'll say, of course, you want to do some groundwork, you want to disengage it, pull it, flag it, do whatever you want to. Go ahead. And if they say, no, you can't flag my horse or tarp my horse or ask it to lunge in a circle and give it its head and butt, that's a red flag right there. But more times than not, horse people are good people. If you say, hey, I'm very interested in your horse, but I would like to take it through the Respect series and work it for 5 minutes, at least good, bad, or indifferent, you'll know what you're dealing with and what you're getting into. So way number 1 to get the dead broke horse of your dreams is buy it. Buy it already broke, buy it already with miles on it, buy it already with the education. Education over miles. Quality over quantity. A lot of folks have a horse that has 1,000 miles on it, but it's still sketchy because it doesn't have the education. So make sure the horse is educated and is forgiving, domesticated, disciplined, looking to do the right thing. Way number 2 to get that dead broke horse of your dreams is to send it to a mechanic. Like myself or a trainer in your local area, send it to a trainer that can help you get what you want. Now here's the key. Make sure whenever you're sending your horse to be forgiving and disciplined and broke and gentle and easy, if those are the things that you're looking for, send it to somebody who does that. If you want your horse to be a reining horse, send it to a reining trainer. If you want your horse to be a jumping horse, send it to a jumping trainer. If you want your horse to be dead broke, calm, and easy, send it to somebody like ourselves, like here at our program where we're looking for dead brokenness. Believe it or not, there are other people around that specialize in that, but we're few and far between. So when it comes to getting horses broken, gentle and easy, it's amazing how far we get horses from, because there's so few people who just want to gentle a horse and put a good foundation on it and have it ready for life. Everybody's so busy doing something. Oh, we're reining, we're jumping, we're roping, we're doing this, and they're very one-dimensional. So then your horse doesn't get that well-rounded foundation. So whenever you're looking for the broke horse, if you have the horse at home and you want it to be broke, you can send it to a mechanic. Just make sure your mechanic is specializing in what you want. And way number 3, you can do it yourself. You can train it yourself. And luckily for you, we have been putting together a program for the past couple years, putting video after video, doing so much how-to videos that you could check out our membership club, and you can get on there and you can do it start to finish from yourself. From the very beginning, colt starting, to problem solving, and working it all the way out yourself. But those are the only 3 ways that you can get a broke horse. You can either buy it broke, you can send it to get broke, or you can break it yourself. In all of those scenarios, we're talking about that well-rounded foundation, having that horse that is forgiving, is disciplined, is looking to take care of you as opposed to looking to get the opportunity to do something bad with you. And gentling a horse is a discipline. It's a skill set, just like anything else is. Just like jumping, just like reining, just like anything you could think of. Barrel racing, pole bending, it's a discipline, and you have to be thinking, and you really have to figure out all the small intricacies of how to get it done, just like you would anything else. And I feel that a lot of people in the industry overlook just making a saddle horse, just making a riding horse that will let you do whatever you want to with it. But it can be done, and you can have that horse of your dreams. And since there's 7 million horses in the country, you should have that horse of your dreams. I want you to think about this too. Whenever we're talking about getting that horse broke, from start to finish, the evolution of horsemanship has gone from a straight line. So if you go to the oldest horsemanship programs in the world, if you go to Asia, if you go to Africa, they're riding the horses in a straight line 1,000 years ago. Then dressage comes in 400 years ago, and you start seeing a long line, which is a big circle. From there, the big circle is better than the straight line because the big circle isn't straight, it's bent, and the horses lose some of their surginess, lose some of their problematicness. From dressage 400 years ago, 50 years ago, natural horsemanship comes in, and we start talking about a round pen, which is even smaller. And now those horses are even in a smaller circle, and the horses are getting even more gentle with natural horsemanship. Now we're looking to circle the horses, where they're turning over themselves, literally where their face is coming around to their butt, and you have the freedom to move their butt whenever you like. And I think once you get them really soft where you can bend them at a moment's notice, no matter what's going on, no matter what's making them uncomfortable. Remember, the 2 best ways to set a horse off or have some adrenaline or resistance show up is either scare the bejesus out of them, which is awesome. It's fun to do. Sight, sound, and touch. We get to work on shooting off of them, swinging a rope off of them, chasing a cow, doing obstacles, going through water, going through mud, playing soccer. All these things are going to set them off. And also going fast. The ability to go fast and gallop with a horse, canter with a horse, and have them still have that softness and that bend. That's where it starts. And then once they're very soft and easy there, then as they get into their job, whether that be reining or dressage or gaited work, then we'll start straightening them back up and putting them back together in a straight line so that they can have their power back. And we can give them their power and their collectedness back under them so they can do their job to the best of their ability. But you don't want to start straight because a young horse, green horse, problematic horse, if they're straight and square, they can give you a lot of problems. Day after day, we get horses in that are educated already. They're a jumping horse, they're a cutting horse, they're a reining horse, they're a dressage horse, and they're here to get gentle. And the moral of the story is they know their job. They may even have lead changes on. They may be very educated, but they don't have the lateral suppleness. They don't have the left and right softness. So whenever they get into trouble, you can't stop them. Whenever they get scared, you can't stop them from spinning away with you. When they get scared, you can't take their head out from between their legs. When they get scared, you can't stop them from rearing because they're so stuck and so straight. So, moral of the story is starting the horses, keep them in a circle, nice and bent, small circle, soft and easy. Whenever they're scared or whenever they're going faster, you have the ability to round them up and bend them. And then as they get more finished and as they earn your trust, then you're straightening them up. And really, that's start to finish how we're looking to get that broke horse. Well, guys, this is the part of the section. Now I'm off my soapbox, where we're going to have a little bit of a Q&A. So if you have any horsey questions and you want to send them along, feel free. Miss Sarah asks, question, do you have a video on breaking? Yes, Miss Sarah, we have a lot of videos on us starting colts and starting horses of a lot of different breeds, creeds, and colors. I just started one that will be coming on the program yesterday, day before yesterday. I started a Rocky Percheron cross, which was good fun. But we have Mustangs on there, we have quarter horses, we have gaited horses, all kind of horse starting. And you really get an idea of, hey, if you have the same ideology going in, regardless of the breed, creed, color, size, gender, age of the horse, you can get the same results. All right, so Miss Sarah says, looking to fix it myself and not get injured. Miss Sarah, this is the moral of the story. Control the head, control the horse. So here at the academy, each and every one of my students is on a different level and on a different place in their journey on becoming a horse trainer. And that's okay. Some of them are big, some of them are small, some of them have strength, some of them don't. Some of them are flexible and relaxed, some of them are unflexible and tense and tight. That doesn't matter. What matters is this. Control the head, control the horse, that we soften them up systematically from the ground until we're comfortable. This is the easiest way to put it. If the horse's difficulty level is above your comfort level, it's very difficult to fix. We have to soften it up. We have to get it in a place where we have control of its head. Because if you're hopping on a horse that you're uncomfortable with, you will not fix it from the saddle. Because your brain, where it needs to have good timing, and no matter what the horse does, you need to be persisting and persisting so you get what you want so you can release. If your brain keeps hopping on and says, hey, we're going to die. Hey, we're going to die. Well, we're going to let go of that pressure at the wrong time. So even when it comes to a professional trainer, and we get horses through here all the time that came from a professional trainer, when I was younger, I thought that was really cool. But now I just realized, hey, if your day job is working on broke horses and then a horse comes in and tries to eat your face, you're not going to be comfortable. So you're not going to be able to be effective with it. Since horses that want to kill you, eat you, bite you, flip over on you is normal here, it's just like another day at the office for us. But the moral of the story, if you're uncomfortable and you don't want to get injured, you have to just go through Control the Head, Control the Horse series, systematically break them down where they're softer, easier, softer, easier, softer, easier from the ground until you truly believe that that horse can't take you for a ride because it's too soft in the head. Just remember that horse is not going anywhere without its face. Its face is your steering wheel, and when things go wrong, that's what happens. They take their face away from you. Ms. Kathleen, can't wait to come back up to Washington. Always a good time. If you are training your issue, my lovely wife just reminded me, if you are at home and you are training your horse, if you take videos of you training your horse, we do a Tuesday afternoon Zoom call every week. You can send those in and we can say from here, hey, you know, drop your hand a little bit, sit back a little bit, look up a little bit, put the foot down. It's amazing how many people we've been able to help over this past year on those Zoom calls. So that's always an option too. I have a quarter horse mare that has speed control issues. She is soft and respectful when we walk. Trot is great, but as soon as I ask for the canter, her head goes up and she thinks that I'm asking her to go 100 miles per hour. After a few rounds in circles, she races down. Wait a second, lost it. She races down, but then speeds up after a round or two. Any tips on managing that speed? Abso-freaking-lutely. So, we go back to the head, and we're always talking about control the head, control the horse. But here I've been working with a few students that have been having those same issues. And when I say control the head, control the horse, it's because once we can control the head, we can manipulate the body of that horse. And really what I want to see that you guys are able to do is go to power of a circle where you have a bucket, a cone, anything here, and you have that horse bent towards it and curling around it. And once that horse is bent like so, you should be able to, with that horse bent, step on your inside stirrup and circle here close, and then step on your outside stirrup and make a bigger circle, but keeping the bend the whole time. If you lock that inside hand up between their head and their shoulder where they cannot go straight, and if that means that they have to go a small circle, you drive them forward, what's going to happen is their face is going to break from their body and their feet are going to move freely. It's basically like taking the emergency brake off. What's going to happen is it's going to give you the freedom to pick up their shoulder or step on the inside stirrup and draw them back down to a small circle, or pick up their shoulder and move all the way out, if you're in a round pen, all the way out to the fence, and then step on your inside stirrup and come all the way back. Once you can do that and you have that hand in a stationary place between their face and their shoulder, so it's a straight line, their head, your hand, their shoulder, so they're bent here, and they're learning how to trot, walk, trot, and canter, and you're able to just pick on one side. Get one side first. I much prefer to whole ass one thing than to half ass two things. So if we get one side first and it breaks loose, and you start getting where you can trot, 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 trot that small circle, and then push them out, trot, trot, trot that small circle, and push them out, and they never get the bend back, they never straighten up. Your arm is extended, so they can't straighten up their head without taking you out of the saddle, which is very unlikely. So you're not just tug of warring with them up in the air. Once you do that to both sides. Once that horse figures out, even at the canter, they have to give you their face, and they break loose. That same horse that's popping his head up and running off, I don't want to hold them back to rate their speed. I want to be able to manipulate their body and be able to send them into a small circle and pick them up, send them into a small circle and pick them up. The second that you have that kind of control, walk, trot, or canter, they're only going to go as fast as you ask for. Even if it's a ridiculously hot saddlebred or Arabian or a Paso and you're asking them to canter, whenever I used to teach them in a straight line, I had a lot of speed issues. Now that I look for the power of a circle, I look to see their eye on the inside and show them how to drift in and drift out, staying in between my hands, I no longer have speed issues on anybody. It's because as soon as I get their face, I'm able to place them wherever I want. And once they have that, they don't feel in control. So they don't want to they don't want to go any faster than what you're asking, because instead of trying to hold them back and arguing with them, you're just going to make that circle smaller. Whenever they relax and give you their face, you'll pop them back out. In between, you're just releasing those reins. The only thing that's touching is that inside rein. So give that a go and see if that works. All right. See what else? Do you use scaring? Do you use the scaring technique on all the horses that you are training? I was impressed with the Cutter and Shelby. Yeah. Yes, I've never heard it put like that, the scaring technique. People like flowery words. They say desensitizing. But you're absolutely right. I'm scaring the bejesus out of a horse because I don't care how trained a horse is. People get hurt on wonderfully trained horses all the time. But the horse is trained in something else. It's not trained in being uncomfortable. So when you scare a horse, whenever you desensitize the horse, you're seeing who they are whenever they're uncomfortable. So yes, absolutely. I want to desensitize anything that I get on before I get on it. If you get the blessed opportunity to ride 400 or 500 problem horses a year, the only way you can walk away from that year and to walk on your own 2 feet and not be broken is you have to know who you're getting on. The only way you can do that is make them uncomfortable. And the easiest, simplest way is show them a flag stick, bring a tarp to them, do something as easy as that. And when their eyes get big and they tend to tighten up, do they strike? They're a striker. Do they kick? They're a kicker. Do they bite? Do they buck? Do they run off? Do they just stand there and say, hey, help me out? That's what we're trying. It's not a horse's fear that hurts you. It's their reaction to that fear. So we don't care if they get spooky. What we care about is if they get spooky and take us. I much rather a chicken little of a horse that listens to my every command than a brave horse who doesn't listen to me. Because even that brave horse, even that broke horse, sooner or later something's going to make him uncomfortable. If he has no training in being uncomfortable and nobody's ever pushed on his buttons, you have no idea what that horse is going to do. So yes, man, absolutely. I look to spook everybody. I want to see who you are when you're uncomfortable.
Darren says, I appreciate that you have become involved with Mustangs. My Mustang wants to dart for the arena gate. I stop and correct him, but it blows my score. Any advice on practice before next ranch horse show?
Blowing through the gate.
Darren.
Yes.
Is starting for the gate. I stop and correct him, but it blows his score during the ranch horse show. Any advice on practice before the show?
Absolutely. Absolutely. So if your horse is blowing through the gate, anything that they go through, here we use cowboy curtains that are on a wire, and horses like to blow through that. Send them one rein, the dog got to face up. So send them through on a loose rein. If they speed up, instead of trying to hold them back and stop them where they can argue with that, if you go to that one rein and you take their butt from them and you face it, they're going to be facing, then they're going to shut down again, send them through again, let them blow through it again, and the harder they blow through it, the quicker you grab that one rein and disengage them. If you're constantly facing them towards their fear, if you're constantly sending them that direction, very quickly, a horse that jumps over water will start thinking more about the one rein that they're going to get on the other side than the water that they're crossing, and they will walk through it in a matter of a couple minutes. So I would look for every freaking gate that I pass through and send them through and disengage, send them through and disengage every opportunity I got.
He darts for the arena gate and it blows his score, like while he's in the pattern. He keeps charging towards the gate to leave.
Oh.
Not through it, he's charging towards the gate to leave.
Oh, he's charging towards the gate, so he's okay.
Yeah,
so
the pattern.
perfect, no problem. So we're talking about a horse. I thought he was darting through the gate. He's darting for the gate, which means it's a horse that's in the arena and wants to go to the gate. If you do the power of a circle, just like Luis was talking about, where you can pick up and move those shoulders, face and butt keeps you from dying. It redirects, but it blows stuff. Once you get that horse more finished, that you're in a show ring, which you are, I need you to demand the greatest control of those shoulders, that you can always pick up that inside rein and push that horse around. If you can do that, you can stop any kind of behavior like that. For us, when we were in the show ring, you practice in the warm-up arena, and then during the night, you put in all these banners and plants and flowers, and you're on a freaking explosively hot show horse coming around there. If you didn't have the ability to pick up that inside shoulder and just do that just right here inside your hand and just pick up a couple pinkies, so go back to power of a circle and really get that horse where you're bending it out and sending it back in, bending it out and sending it back in, until that horse is so respectful of those reins tightening up that no matter where it wants to go, you're coming around a circle this way, it sees the gate over here. You could just pick up a rein and put it against its neck just right here in your fingertips and push that horse wherever. The moment that is more respectful in those shoulders of your inside rein than it is about a horse being spooky in the show arena, a horse that wants to go back to the gate is gate sour. As long as it has that kind of respect where you just pick it up and move it around with move those shoulders around and get that bend at will, you'll always have a horse that's going to act right whenever you get in the pen. What do you recommend for a saddle pad for a round horse and a saddle that keeps slipping? There's some that have wool, this and other, but it has a rough neoprene underneath. I find those are the easiest to have grip because they're a little grippy. For me, in my experience, that has been the easiest to grab onto a chunky horse and not want to roll. So anything that has grip that you can really cinch up. You're very welcome, Ms. Darren. Power of a circle is the way to go. To me, I'm telling you, the evolution of horsemanship is that circle. And we are circling horses so tight that they don't feel like they're in control. Stacy Westfall said it to me the best I've ever heard it. She said, "You're a master at disarming a horse." I never thought of it of our training program like that. But everything that I did with Stacy was in a straight line, was locked up, was solid. But for reining, even if you're training for maturity horse, you got 2 years to get that horse ready. For us, we're getting a horse that ate somebody's face or broke somebody's grandmother, and we have 30 days to make it forever safe. So we want to take away that horse's power. We want to take away that horse's athleticism, and we want them to be relaxed and easy and know what to do with things. So everything here is the power of a circle. It's getting them bent. It's taking their shoulders away from them. It's making them think, hey, you know what? If I'm scared, I should stop and wait for you. If I'm lost, I should stop and wait for you. I don't want to grab that leash. Just like if you had a dog that's been chasing your neighbor's cat, if that dog doesn't respect your leash, it's going to pull you all over the place chasing that cat. If it respects that leash and is soft and easy on it, has that obedience, it's going to stand right there beside you, look at the cat with its eyeballs, and not make that move. That is the power of a circle. When you get those horses so soft and so bending where you can just take their shoulders away from them whenever you want, those horses aren't going to make a move with you. Everything that's bad for your health, bucking, running, rearing, all these things are a horse that's locked out, is taking the bridle away from you. And since they're taking the steering wheel away from you, they have the ability to take you where they want to when they're under distress. As opposed to a horse that you put under distress and then you put them in that circle and you say, hey, wait for me. I'm not going to let you get hurt. That's really how you're going to build that bond in a quick manner. It doesn't have to happen naturally over the course of 10 years. You could build a bond with the horse in a few days if you're battle buddies, if you go through something together. If they think a blue goblin coming out of the sky is going to eat them, then they come out unscathed, and guess who saved them? You did. Now they love you because they're like, hey, every time I'm uncomfortable, I'll look for you because you saved me. When the blue goblin came to get me, when the witch's broom came over the top of me with that flag stick and touched me on my head and I thought I was going to die, who saved me? You did. So very quickly, you can get a horse to really trust you and have confidence in you if you keep coming to its aid. But those things are only going to work if you're able to get that bend and get that horse soft where it can't drag you or thump you or throw you on the ground or run you over. So power of the circle is the way that you're going to get that soft horse. In closing, the 3 ways to get a very broke horse, the horse of your dreams, forgiving horse that you don't have to worry about. You can either buy that horse that's already made, that is super broke, super easy, super gentle. Make sure if you're looking for just a broke, gentle horse that you never have to worry about, that you get it from somebody who specializes in making that. What I mean is, don't get a jumping horse or off the track horse or a horse like this and think that that's going to be your dead broke horse. People specialize in this stuff, so get it from somebody like that. 2, if you already have a horse, you can send it for training, or you have a horse that you like how pretty he is or how he looks, or you see him in a picture and he's your dream horse. I want that horse. I want to send it to somebody who can get it broke for us. We are always here to help you guys. We have a full staff, full academy programming here. We're always working problem horses. We're always happy to do that. And the 3rd is you can always just do it yourself. If you're tight on cash, you rescued a horse, and you want to get start to finish from yourself, and you want to go through that journey, and a journey it is, especially if it's the first one. We would be happy to help you with that too. We have the Team MG Club, and we are always trying to help people putting how-to videos on how to get them started, how to clip them, how to wash them, how to pick up their feet, how to keep them tied, how to saddle them. Everything you could think of to do with a horse, we have a how-to video on it. And we're always listening to our members and putting more videos for what they want to see. So, it's ridiculous. Colt starting, trick training, sit down, lay down, spinning, sliding, gating, so much stuff. Roping. Guys, any way we can help you, just let us know. Thank you so much for tuning in, and I will see you guys next week on Horse Talk Live.